part of Union Fleurs, the International Flower Trade Association. The Kenya Flower Council is a long-standing member of ours, and we're very pleased to be in Kenya this week for our General Assembly, which took place this morning, and this afternoon for this industry conference. And tonight, of course, for the festivities.
Good afternoon, everybody, and let me also add my welcome to you to this conference when we're going to talk or speak or exchange on matters relating to the challenges that the floriculture industry faces in the future going forward. Not just from a Kenya perspective, but also from an international perspective. And just to reinforce what Mike has said, whilst we have plenty of people, several people here to talk about different aspects of the industry, we really want to take advantage of your presence here today to exploit the huge reservoir of knowledge and experience you have to contribute to the discussion. And hopefully, as Mike said, by the end, we'll end up with some key pointers and ideas and business opportunities of where we see the industry can go.
And so going back into the archives, we found one from 2004, the Kenya Standard 1758, which was an amalgamation of FPIC and Kenya Flower Council, ideas of a good code of practice, and we decided that we could review this. And in the process, we also decided that we could expand the scope, so that we are not just looking at the flower growers, but we're also looking at the breeders, the consolidators, the cargo handlers, and increasingly we're being asked to include the airlines as well, to see that every part of that value chain has a set of good practices. Besides the need for us to take full control of our production in terms of our flowers and to ensure that we can provide assurance that we have a good product. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to interacting with you today, this evening, and the rest of the week. And for our visitors, Karibu to Kenya. Thank you.
Some of you already heard me before, and some of you didn't, but I give you my best shot. It's about research, quality research on cut roses. We do quite a lot together with the Kenyan farms. Some guys from Holland come in to have different packagings from Flora Holland and VTB, and we try to do all kinds of variations, and at the end, after 28 days of sea shipments, we do all the testing with the industry, and then we get back into a protocol, and we get back to the farm. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I think those who thought now that green change in your program had a spelling mistake.
In this research, Anton, did you also look at the cost side of the container transport of roses, and if yes, can you say something about it?
Years of sea transport, and on the not regular base, if we're still on research, we do not have cost reduction, because every month you have to get people together again, you have to get used to it, you have to get extra people shipped in. So in the earlier research period, it's a lot of investment, it's a big investment, so of course you know it from yourself.
20% of the money. Does that take into consideration that there might be wastage? Or is it considering that you will sell 100% of the product on the other end?
There is waste by dehydration and the package is not right, and there is waste if you do not put the right cultivar in the shipment. But those three things can also happen on air transport.
In the standard box of roses, besides the size, is there something else in terms of design, material, or something else, or just the size?
I think every time I hear this presentation, you get the same questions about the sea traffic. I think one of the main purposes and outcomes of this research is the knowledge research about quality control and cool train control. It has nothing to do with sea freight. You have to use the sea freight, air freight, but also export freight. So I think it's, of course, it's about cost. Of course, it's about what's better. I think overall we have learned very, very much just in terms of quality and cool chain policy.
I think for Richard, you mentioned a lot of things in a very short period, so perhaps I missed it, but I didn't hear too much about ICT as a driving factor for, let's say, the whole industry. Can you please give your view, what does it mean for KFC?
But I'd say that it's universally operating. You can't run a business without having that facility, and we have in Kenya we have good connectivity, and I think it's universally being applied.
The difference is now in splitting up the commercial process with the information process and with the, let's say, the financial processes. There are new combinations will come up, new business models will come up. And certainly we will see that also the Kenyans are going in a different way to the market maybe in the future, supported by, let's say, new technology. And that will become a challenge in the future. Where will be the logistics hubs in the future? How are we going to organize our flows from different countries to different markets? So I certainly think that ICT and technology is becoming a very important question today, and it will be disruptive, in my opinion, in the business in the coming 10 years.
Our main function is certification. We also do seed certification. This is to ensure that nobody grows the seed unless you are authorized by us. Plant variety protection for people who want to bring in new varieties. We want them protected. That's our mandate. And then the quality control and agricultural inputs and produce. These are things to do with the fertilizers and the agrochemicals. And improving our export market and also improving whatever our farmers are growing. And with that, I think that's it. And thank you for your time.
We have timekeeping. I hope no one's harassed you here.
So what are we doing? And already Richard and Jane mentioned some of the activities that we are doing. And I took this one that we use in kind of a new approach to some other governments in Europe, where we tried also to interest them to take their lead, their role also in FSI. And that's about benchmarking standards, it's about improving practices, and it's also about measuring. Because without measuring, you don't know where you are.
Thank you, Viren. That was very interesting, very proactive. So let's start with Augusto Solano from Colombia.
Thank you, Mike. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. And it seems that the flower industry is always under fire, always facing new challenges. And one time might be the exchange rate, the other time might be the weather or the markets. And one way or the other, the industry has been able to survive and to face these challenges. And this market, lack of market promotion and action somehow involves not only the growers. And this is a call again for people involved in the whole chain. Breeders should be worried about that.
But the big challenge is promoting flowers from Africa. Our friends from Ecuador and Colombia are doing good in the US market. It's a very big market. We have to join hands and to promote African flowers with Kenya, with other counterparts. As APIA, we have been requesting Flora Holland to set up an office in US and China as well, because trading through Flora Holland, we believe, is one of the critical factors for ensuring payment and the like.
I see that the Kenya flower industry needs to perhaps look at reaching out more than it has done, and it's a good opportunity we have being members of FSI and talking about actually walking into the market to see how the market treats our products.
Flora Holland, Royal Flora Holland. 5,000 members, 600 not Dutch, 100 members in Kenya almost, and 4 billion euro turnover, 50% direct sales, 50% POC. That's Flora Holland today. And our strategy is looking at the world that we have a lot of challenges ahead. If you are in food production, the same challenges are here. A growing population, more wealthy people, it's also part of it, so a growing market for us. But more and more people are living in cities. And so there are a lot of opportunities for us, but we think most opportunities are outside Europe.
Context of what we've been hearing from the various presentations. And I'm wondering if we could just hear a little more from you, Augusto, on this one, of how you react to what you've been hearing now, and to build on what you were saying earlier about bringing the consumer back, bringing the margins back.
And once we
So we have to do more promotion, and we have to help of all the participation of all the chain, and especially at the retailer level, they have to see that this is a different perspective.
Jane, you talked about collaboration with NGOs among others, Richard, and others have talked about this unlikely emerging partner. You spoke about some of these campaigns, or one of you spoke about this campaign which NGOs are promoting. How is that going to be able to to influence the hardcore retailers, the supermarket chains and others who are fighting for survival with each other? How is it going to happen?
I think from the discussions we've had today, the growers are very confident about their products. And this is the reason why they can now step out and engage people who at one point or the other will point fingers at them and say to them, can we cooperate to see how we can deliver on your expectations of...
Which are made interesting remarks which are made by all the speakers. I would like to thank the speakers for their contributions. It's clear that we are in a global business today. That's my first remark. The second is that there is space also for new, and we have shown that, for new entrants, new countries who come into our business. If we have seen today what Kenya has done in 30 years, 20, 30 years, it's amazing. You're part of the global business and you contribute to the business. And it's clear that if you want to be part of the global business, you should fulfill the international standards which are there already on labor, on environment, etc. Without that, there's no place for you in the global business, but you have shown what you have done. It's also clear today that we need operational excellence. If we can't manage through our complicated chains to come up with a product for the consumer which they want and like, and we touch their emotion, forget about it. So operational excellence, and we've seen several contributions today, is absolutely necessary in the current situation. I'm very positive about the market. In general, if you make a comparison, for example, between consumption per capita against the income per capita in the world, you put all countries in this picture, you can say the high consumer countries go for around 100 to 150 euros per capita. We hear that within a few years we have 9 million people. 9 billion times 100 is 900 billion sales globally. Today it's only 100.
Let's take a beer.
So there are a lot of challenges and a lot of opportunities in the coming period. But we need, as I said before, operational excellence. We professionalized and sophisticated more or less our business in the last years. Jane has mentioned that several times. We need seamless connections because our flows are going all around the globe. And you cry at the end of this meeting was about more consumption. How could we increase our sales per capita in the world? The challenges are there. And I think we need to know more about our consumer, use new technologies, new ideas from other sectors in order to get a better view on the consumer. We don't know the consumer. It's clear from research which has been done already in the brain of the consumer, and using the social media and looking at the real action of consumers, that we made a lot of mistakes in our marketing approaches. Because we really don't know exactly how the consumers are thinking and acting. I agree with Mr. Solano that we're a global business. I don't think we have to go for promotion of special flowers from origin. That's not real today, in my opinion. Then you will lose a lot of opportunities. We need one global message. That's something we should develop. I also hear that we should try to find some kind of platform as countries together on this issue of promotion. We can use, of course, our existing organizations already to form this platform and try to work together and come up with new initiatives in a new way, with new media, with new research, with a new approach. And I think then we could increase our consumption in the world from 100 billion, or let's say first we double it to 200 billion. That's a big challenge, I think. And I thank everybody for their contributions to this afternoon. And hopefully we will see you all somewhere else in the world to discuss the issue, we find a solution for increasing our consumption. Thank you very much.